here's the deal. So if you guys follow me over on Instagram, you will know that Alex and I went to Tulum. The regulations down in Tulum are actually pretty dang strict. Like, we had to wear a mask everywhere we went. They checked our temperature every time we went to a restaurant. We both are also extremely cautious. Like, I wash my hands like a crazy person. But just to be safe, when we got back, I wanted us to go get tested. First off, that was an insanely annoying process because the only free testing sites are like not right downtown in the city. They're all like 5 miles away. So if we were to go to a free testing site, we'd have to get an Uber. And like, how irresponsible is that to get an Uber and be like, yeah, my drop-off point is this testing center. So that didn't make any sense. And then like tons of the urgent cares were only taking in people who either had symptoms or knew they were exposed or worked in healthcare. And we didn't fit any of those. We had no symptoms. But finally, after like calling around all afternoon, I finally found one that would let us come in and get tested through our insurance, even though we had no symptoms and we had no known exposure. So we got our test results back today. I get my test results back. I am negative. No COVID for me. Alex's came back positive. I just really don't even know how to feel. I'm just very confused by the whole thing. He has no symptoms, not one. And I fully understand that people are asymptomatic, but like, how crazy is that? Like, he literally has no symptoms whatsoever. And because he has no symptoms, so many places told him he couldn't get tested. Secondly, how the heck don't I have it and he does? We live together. We sleep in the same bed. I eat all of his food. Like, it just seems like wildly impossible, but I trust science. So I'm kind of just playing by the rules right now of acting as if I do have it. According to the doctors, the type of test we got, it wasn't a rapid test. It is impossible to do a false positive, but it is possible to do a false negative. More so of a chance is that I have it and it tested incorrectly than him not having it. So we're going to just start playing by the idea of I also have COVID and we are going to quarantine. So I like talked to the doctor, got all the ins and outs of what we're supposed to do. Because we had our test done already, we have 10 more days of quarantine. So I guess here starts the beginning of the quarantine diaries. I don't know. And then I also ordered a at-home test that I can do here and then send out to a lab. So we'll see what that says. It's so crazy also because like, I am the most sickly human. I'm sick all the time. The fact that he would have it and I don't just makes no sense to me. Honestly, I'm so stressed and I'm really scared you guys are just gonna like rip me a new one. So please be nice. I'm hoping, my hope behind like going public with this is that for people who maybe don't know anyone who has gotten it, by me talking about our experience and Alex having it, might just make it so that way it seems that much more personal, make it seem real, I guess. I feel like a lot of people might say like that I should isolate from him since mine did come back negative. We live in a 1-bedroom apartment. We both work from home. It's possible that I've already caught it from him, so it seems irresponsible for me to like move out and go stay with like a friend or something. So at this point, like, I'm just hunkering down and acting like I have it too with him. And holy crap, my boyfriend has COVID. It's been a few hours since I filmed that first part of this video. And so I wanted to come on and just kind of talk a little bit and maybe clarify a few things. I'm really freaking anxious, so please be nice to me. Number one, I am wanting to talk about this and make this public because I feel like there is a very big stigma currently about people catching COVID. We both are completely self-quarantining for the 2-week duration to make sure that we don't spread this any further. I think that having this stigma around COVID is a really, really negative thing because if we really bash and hate on people who've caught it, then it makes it so that way people feel uncomfortable talking about it, and it kind of sets up this feeling of this false reassurance. And you look around and none of your friends have caught it and you don't know anyone personally who's caught it, so you're probably fine, when that's really not the case. And that's why I want to be vocal and I want to talk about this on here. It's something Alex and I talked about a lot when we figured this out, and we're like, is this something I want to post about? But A, it would feel really unauthentic for me to not post about it because I share so much of my life with you guys, and B, I don't want to be helping add to that stigma. I want to be vocal. B, I'm just having a really hard time mentally. Like, this is just like really making me freak out because of all of the unknowns. We don't know if we caught COVID when we went to Mexico. We could have caught it in Chicago on the bus or on the train. We don't know. And so I really hate that we're not able to pinpoint this. I also really hate that my results came back negative. So technically I might not have COVID, or I might. and I called the doctor and they told me that I probably shouldn't get retested for 21 days. And I'm just really frustrated at the whole medical system of how hard it was for us to get tested. And I don't know if that's because of our location. I know there are a lot of free testing sites like throughout Chicago, but they are not walking distance from us. If you're going to go get tested, it seems really irresponsible to get an Uber to a testing center. So I didn't love that. And so we had to go to an urgent care downtown, and a lot of them would only take people who had symptoms, knew that they'd been in contact with someone who has it, or worked in healthcare. I'm frustrated that like when we talked to the doctor, I asked, what am I supposed to do? Like, what do we do moving forward? And they didn't really give us an answer. There's so much contradictory information, and you keep hearing things all across the board that the doctor was like, really, just quarantine, maybe get a test again afterward. Like I want a rule book. I want someone to be like, all right, you have it, here you go, this is what you do. And I don't have that. So it's just this like general sense of being like very overwhelmed. Really right now, like I'm just kind of really stressed, and I can use support and not hate, because I already feel shitty enough about this as it is. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are all really healthy. Stick around so you can see what happens. I'll see you next time.